Good.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Paul Salazar. Today I want to show you how we transformed this listing so it paid for my commission, and we also added more value so that my client got more profit out of the sale. How do we do that? Well, I met this client actually at an open house in West Hollywood, and they saw how we transformed that house, and we kind of explained the whole process, how our listing concierge team did all the work. And it was, they spent 30, 40 grand, but they ended up getting another 200 grand, which paid for my commission, plus paid for all the work that they paid for and made extra cash, right? So we did the same thing to their house. They're here in Sherman Oaks. The address is 3325 Alana Drive, and it's in the west part of Sherman Oaks. So it's on the west side of the 405. It's a small little area right next to Encino. So they bought this house for $1.8 million about 2 years ago, and we sold it for a lot more. I can't disclose the price yet because we're going to close next week on Friday of next week, but I will let you know then what we closed for. But we got a really big number, and we also broke the record for price per square foot here in the area. So what do we do, right? How do we add value as listing agents to our clients? Well, there's a few things we can do, right? We can do a lot of marketing and great open house, and invite a bunch of people and create urgency and get and be able to negotiate a really high price. But besides that, what else can we do as agents to really add value? Well, we can transform the house to make it look much better than it already is. And sometimes that's really hard if the house is already done, right? This house was already beautiful, so it was kind of hard to kind of think outside the box and how can we really make this house look great? The first step you have to think about is who's the buyer, right? You got to think about what the buyer profile is for this house. Well, I knew this area is a lot of families, right? So most of the people that are buying here in this community are couples that have maybe 1 or 2 kids, right? That's the buyer profile. Can a single person buy this house? Absolutely, but that wasn't really the buyer profile. Most of the buyers, I would say 90% of them that were looking at this house were a couple with maybe a kid or 2, right? Or maybe a couple that was newly married and they were gonna have kids in the future. It's a beautiful house in a cul-de-sac, very quiet community, in a great location because it's up the hill. So you're really close to Brentwood, Beverly Hills, Westwood, right? Where a lot of people are working. All right, so what do? I'm gonna walk through the entire property, and I'm gonna show you what we did. Our listing concierge service, almost like the Compass concierge service, we come in, and my operations manager Maggie, who is filming me right now, she and I both, we walked through the house with our contractor, and we talked about what things we can do that aren't going to cost a lot of money, but that are going to make a big difference. That's the whole point. We're not asking the seller to spend 100 grand or 200 grand. I mean, obviously, if it's a 5 or 6 or $10 million house or even more, you might have to spend that kind of cash. But for a house that's a little bit over $2 million, we don't want to spend more than 30 to 50 grand, including staging, right? So we always want to do the minimum amount of work that's going to create the biggest impact. So we're going to start in front of the house. This here was a river rock, right? And it's still river rock, but we painted it white to give it more of a contemporary look. We also painted some of the rafters that had some damage, and we changed all the exterior sconces. So all these sconces here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those are all brand new sconces, and we pick out everything. I mean, Maggie and I know what the buyers are looking for. We've seen a lot of houses, so we know what to use. So we just go on Amazon and we look for something that's modern, that's gonna go with the style of the house, and that's cheap. These sconces cost, Maggie, how much?
These ones are a little bit more expensive, like 40 or 50 per.
So $40 per sconce. We saw the exact same sconce, similar style, different company, on Home Depot or even also on Amazon. They were like $300 or $400, but you're able to find like a knockoff of it for much cheaper. So $40 a piece, and it made a huge difference. Yeah. I think the biggest thing here for the front is that we painted the river rock.
Yeah.
Because it really looked like a kind of craftsman style house. We also added bark. So this is kind of more dirt. We added new bark to make it look fresh. Obviously, we staged it, so we have some stage furniture out there. Which I think it's what there. Yeah.
Sprinklers are going.
Yeah. It's a little early, and the reason why we're doing IG Live this early in the morning is because they're doing some mold remediation in the house, and after that, we're gonna take the staging furniture out, and it'll be too late. So we have to do it today, this morning, early. We also painted this. This is, I think, yellow or maybe just
I think it was gray.
It was gray? Yeah. So we painted this white. After we painted it white, I was thinking maybe a gray would have looked cool to match the door, because we also painted the door. So we did bark. We planted new roses. We painted all the Riverwalk white. Sconces, like I said, and the door. It's a beautiful door, but the door it feels a little bit old with the stained glass.
Yeah.
If the client had a bigger budget, we would have put a new door. But again, that the ROI on that wouldn't have been big. So we're always doing small things that go a big way. All right. Are you guys ready to come inside?
They all said yes.
All right, good. All right, welcome.
Where should we start?
All right, so let's start right here in the front. I usually don't make these kind of recommendations because they're a little bit more expensive, but my client actually had this chandelier in his garage, and it's absolutely beautiful. So we changed the old chandelier to this one, and what we'll do is we're gonna do a transformation, like a video, like a before and after video, showing you what it would look like before and what looks like now. But this is also new. We painted some parts of the house. It was already white, but there were some areas where there were some kind of marks and scratches because they had a dog, and obviously because they lived here, and that's just kind of normal, right? The stager is called Next Level, I believe. She does an amazing job, Celeste, and she was recommended from another stager that didn't have enough time to get the staged, but she did an amazing job here. So we'll walk through here. One of the things that I wish I would have done, and I totally forgot, or I'm not sure what happened there, was to change the door handles. These are some older door handles, and we could have put some nicer ones, so that was my mistake, but that's something that you can also do, and it's not that expensive.
We have a question.
Yes.
Her name is Mari, and she's asking, came in late. Is this a fix-it for a listing? I was going to write her back and say, yes, we transformed it for the market, but...
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So we met with the client, I would say about 3-4 months ago, after they came to our open house, and they wanted to sell and move to a different area. And so we came here and we said, hey, would you like to, do some things to the house to add value? And they were like, absolutely. And they are amazing clients. We're so happy with them. They're so grateful and so loving. So it's always good to have clients like that. All right. So we're going to go to the powder room, which is also a 3/4 bath. There's 3 bathrooms here and 4 bedrooms. So I'm going to go inside here.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm going to go inside here and show you what we did. So this was already here. This is a really nice vanity. I think this is already here too, so we don't have to paint it, but this was a green and yellow tile that did not look good. It did not look contemporary. So again, the first thing you do is find out who the buyer profile is. I knew the buyer is going to be in their early 30s to probably mid 40s. That was like the typical buyer here, and they were like a young family, right? And they like more of a contemporary look. So white is in right now. So that's why we got these tiles painted white. I didn't actually know that you can paint tiles white. So I asked my contractor, said, yes, there's a special kind of paint that you can do on this white, on this tile, excuse me. This was an awful yellow, and so now it looks like a regular, subway tile. So we got all this painted white, all this whole thing white.
New shower head.
New shower head, exactly. And I think that was it for this, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's it in here. But that was a big job
to
do all the tile.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was good.
Okay. Oh. So here, this is the office. So Maggie, why don't you come here and face this way? So this entire wall was a big built-in. And it's, it's kind of like that maple wood kind of color. a built-in, and it was this is a big built-in that went here, a desk here. It was actually nice. I mean, my client was working from home, so this is a phenomenal area to work. It's very beautiful. You have a nice view, to the street and to the foliage outside. So we said, let's take this out, let's paint it, and then we just staged it. It wasn't that big of a job. This light fixture, not my favorite. We didn't make that change. Again, we don't want to do everything because it just gets really, really expensive. Maybe next time, I'll think about doing a different. It's really hard to find cheap light fixtures. They're so expensive right now because of what's going on with the supply chain thing. But so that was there already. Besides that, we took out all the window coverings. That is the first thing we do, is take out all the window coverings because it looks so much better without anything. Obviously, when somebody moves in, they're gonna put their own window coverings here. But for the photos and for the showing, it looks much better just to have a nice clean window and the window frame. I think that's all we did here, Maggie, right?
Yep.
Yep. Cool. So I'm gonna walk you to the to the dining room first. Here, we didn't do much. We were thinking about changing this, but we said, that's gonna be really expensive. Again, we're always kind of thinking about what is gonna make, a good ROI, This would have not been a good ROI, so we just kept it. It's still really nice, Obviously, could we have something a little bit more contemporary? Of course, but it just wasn't worth the money. I'm not sure if there was anything here, but I don't think we did much here. Maybe just some small touch-up paint.
Yeah, well, throughout the house, actually, I'm not sure if I ever told you this, but he had to paint the entire interior white because it's just that one guest bedroom.
Oh,
the whole interior is painted.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know this. Maggie just told me. So our guys, our contractor Ever, he's the guy that does almost all my listings. And so we weren't going to paint the interior because it was going to be very expensive. Not very expensive, but it would have been a few grand. Mm-hmm. But he ended up doing the entire interior because
you couldn't match touch-up paint. Yeah, just because you guys will see, but they didn't have window coverings on all of their walls, and as sun comes in, it just can change the color of paint.
That's true.
So it wouldn't have looked good, but had to do what you had to do.
Okay, so you're gonna love what we did to the kitchen. This was a transformation. It was completely different before. Okay, so come on in, check it out first. It looks amazing. So we changed the countertops. Quartz is what you want to go with because it looks really nice and it's very inexpensive. We also changed the sink, so we got a nice stainless steel sink. I'm not very happy with this fixture. I told my guy he should have given me a much nicer fixture, but it's still nice. These we left because they're clean. If it was really big, but these are nice and clean, so we kept this in here. We changed these little handle pulls, right? A matte black. That's what's in right now. White with matte black is in. So we changed them throughout the entire kitchen.
They were just silver before.
They were silver. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another thing we did too, just little things. Paul suggested that, you want to remember that can opener here?
Oh, yeah.
On the wall, and a TV.
There was like a can opener here and like a TV, so we just wanted to look clean. So we took that out, we painted it. That looks nice. Mm-hmm. There was also a massive fridge that came out probably like another 6 or 7 inches, and it wouldn't open all the way. So it would open, and the door would hit the island. So, and it was a nice fridge. I mean, it wasn't a bad fridge, but I just couldn't have that because it makes the space feel small. So I told my guy, hey, let's find a smaller fridge, and this is perfect here. It looks great. It fits just perfectly. And not only that, but we changed the floors. These floors were awful. I'm not sure if they were the original floors, but they were really worn out, and we changed that. Not only that, but this here was marble, and it was a wood, a marble, and I think a tile of some sort.
A tan tile.
Yeah. So it looked really awful. Again, we're gonna put some before and afters on our social media. So I asked my guy to do this custom made so that it just kind of goes well. Because if this is wood, marble, and black, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look consistent, right? So again, small things that go a big way. Maggie actually found these tiles. I love these tiles. I think they're amazing. They look great, very, very contemporary. and they were not that expensive. Did you find them on
Amazon?
On Amazon?
I think Amazon or Home Depot.
Home Depot, yeah.
But
So,
we searched both.
yeah. So Maggie now has a list of tiles, of handle pulls, of anything that we've used to buy for all of our listing transformations. We have a list on Trello with all the links, because once you find these really good items for cheap, you want to be able to save them and go to them for the next house, because these floors you can use in almost any house nowadays, which is great. So we did the sink, the faucet, the pools, the countertops, the fridge, painted, and I think that was it for here, right?
Well, I know you explained the new quartz, but the backsplash is the same as well. That was tile?
Yes, so the backsplash as well, like Maggie mentioned. So we just kind of copied the same countertop style quartz. And I actually like quartz. I mean, it's a much cheaper material than like a marble, and it looks really, really good. I mean, obviously marble looks a little bit nicer, but that's probably like 5 times the price. So again, ROI, right? We continued the tile throughout the kitchen, through the breakfast nook. This looks completely different. I mean, like night and day. There was a really old, ugly light fixture here. So Maggie found these for, I think these are cheap. These are like $15 a piece or something. Yeah. Super, super cheap.
And it was something we actually forgot about. Remember? Yes, we were freaking out.
Yeah. So this is like a last minute thing. I remember it was like maybe a week before the photo shoot, and I was like, we have to get these changed. No way we can use the old ones.
We had to find something cheap so it made sense.
Yeah,
and we could,
so
there were window coverings here.
Yeah, so window coverings here. This room, I forgot what it was, but it was like, it had like a bookshelf here, and it was, I'm not sure what it was, but now it's an office. Yeah, it was an office. I think there was probably like a TV over there as well. Looks like it's been painted. There was a door here at some point. I don't think there was a door when we had it, but now it's just like more like a window. If you guys have any questions, let me know as we're walking through the house. This was the biggest transformation, was the kitchen, and it's the most important part, right? I mean, people are here cooking and all that stuff. If there was an opportunity to open up the kitchen and it was not that expensive, maybe we would have done that, but the floor plan doesn't really call for an open kitchen. It just wouldn't have made sense. And that's also structural, related to permits. It would have been a little bit more expensive. All right. This is one of my favorite rooms in the house. It's probably my favorite room in the house. And how can it not be? I mean, you have beautiful, high ceilings, wood beams, you got skylights. So what we did here is we changed these sconces, and I love these sconces. They're beautiful.
Yeah, these were the best find in my opinion, because for this 2-pack here, it was $44.
$44, guys, for a beautiful matte black and gold finish sconce.
Yeah.
That is so cheap. And to get them installed, probably, I don't know, $50.
Yeah.
Super cheap.
That was the cheapest one.
Yeah. So this here, I forgot what color it was, but it was awful. And then this here was just like the color of the stone. I think this was, forgot what the name of the stone was here, but this was like the natural color of the stone. Just like outside with the river rock, this was just like the natural color of the stone, and it just kind of looked a little bit dated, right? So we just said, why don't we just get this painted? And I didn't know, again, that we can paint stone, but my contractor said, absolutely, we can get it painted, and I think it looks great. It looks a lot more modern and contemporary.
And then you painted all this white too, right? Did you point that out?
Okay, gotcha. The mantle white as well.
Yeah.
So this looks a lot better than it did before. And I think that's all we did. I mean, and then the stager just did a phenomenal job here.
Yeah. Just little things that you had him do though, like, I don't know if it's important to show, but had them clean the skylight or frost the skylights, I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But things that people may not notice.
Yeah. Small things that are cheap, that go a long way. So let's go to the media room. I'm not sure if we did much here besides fix the door. So we got this door fixed. And I think that was it for this room.
Yeah.
Great small little media room, but it's, to have like a media room in this size house is amazing. So we're gonna go to the other guest rooms, and then we'll take you to the outside, which looks amazing. So, again, one of the mistakes I made, we're not perfect, is changing these knobs to like a nice matte black. which wouldn't have cost much, maybe $1,000 for the entire house. I'm not sure if I would have made an extra few $1,000s on it, but I think it would have been a nice touch. These are much older, and it just feels a little bit more dated. And so if you are thinking about doing a listing transformation, changing these is a small amount, and it goes a long way. Let me know if you have any questions. So let's go to the laundry room. I'm not sure if we did much here besides paint.
Yeah, just paint.
Paint for this room, yeah.
A little bit of
I think
staging.
this is a phenomenal laundry room. I mean, I don't know if this is just like a typical laundry room with the skylights.
No,
You know?
that's not typical.
That is not really typical, right? So maybe it was like another room back in the day.
Yeah.
All right. One of the guest rooms here. We didn't change this. We felt that this was fine. It's not my favorite, but it's fine. And we just got a stage. It looks great. We took out, again, all the window coverings, so those are gone.
Yep.
I love what the stager did to this room. It's so cute. So you got the 2 small single beds and then this little tent here. She did a really, really good job. Not a lot. What we could have also done, again, what we should have done probably too is just change these to kind of match what was the kitchen. Small fix that would probably cost, $20 and would have gone a long way, but still looks nice. All right, one of our second big transformations is this guest bathroom. I love what we did to it, and I was still a little, trying to figure out what can we do here to make it look a lot better. It didn't look bad, but it looks much better now. So there was a big mirror here, and these were kind of old, ugly sconces. So we put new sconces. These are also really cheap. Maggie, how much do these cost?
I don't know, probably less than $30.
Yeah, for 2.
Yeah.
So that's really cheap for sconces. We also bought these on Amazon as well.
Yeah.
So nice circular hanging mirrors.
If you guys can get your hands on the IKEA ones, they're
Get those.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they always sell out, and you can't pick them up either.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
can't have it all.
No, but I think these came out really nice.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they came out
IKEA,
great.
and there's different sizes too. So we had ever.
Were these at IKEA?
I mean Amazon.
Oh, Amazon.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
that's what I
yeah.
said. But there's different sizes too, and I think we paid $10 or $15 more per each mirror because the other ones were too small.
Too small.
Yeah. So just make sure all your measurements line up.
Yeah, for sure, because you don't want a small, weird-looking mirror here.
Right.
The other thing we did here is I don't mind these counters, but they came up. There was like a backsplash here, and so we decided to take out the backsplash and paint. And what I also do is I talk to the stager and I ask them questions because I really want to involve somebody who has a great creative eye to kind of help me out with the transformation. The other thing we did here is that we painted these tiles, right? Or are these new?
No, these are all new. So this
Oh, new. Okay,
this was interesting. It was it wasn't subway tile. It was like with the animal design on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this, if I have pictures, it's all ripped out.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
So this is all
these
brand
are-
new.
These are all brand new tile. A new shower head, and we also fixed what was happening here. There was a leak here, so we got that fixed as well. We were kind of toying with the idea of changing the tile floors here in the bathroom, but we didn't do it. It was going to be too expensive, and again, it just wouldn't have given the client a good ROI. We took out the window covering here, and I think that's it. Oh, yes, this as well. So I love this light. I think it's a cool light, and it's very contemporary. It was white before, and we didn't buy the black one for whatever reason. We just kind of forgot. But
The black one was $100 more.
Oh, the black was $100.
And so what we did was, this is your idea. We got the white one, and then you just said, "Ever paint it black."
Yeah. Exactly.
So I mean,
There you go.
that was like a what? Spray.
There you
I don't
go.
know what he did, but it was
Small
cheaper.
things, guys. Small
Yeah?
things. All right, check out the master. This is an amazing master. French doors leading out to the outside. It's really, really pretty. We didn't do much here. I think we just painted it, and the stager just did her thing. She did a phenomenal job with this space. I think it looks great.
Yeah. Yep.
The master closet. Did we change some of these?
Yeah, those are new.
Okay, so we did change some of these. So these are new pools. I'm not sure if we got these painted or not.
No, we didn't.
We did
And
not.
those were just kind of an afterthought. Ever had those?
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
Okay, nice.
yeah.
I love it.
Little things we thought about after.
I love it. Yeah. She also added like a nice little, cushion here, and just added some accessories here for the closet, which gave it a nice touch, so it's not empty. Another good transformation was this master bath.
Yes.
I love this master bath.
I'm gonna come in and shut the door.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
And I love it because of this. Like, check out this view here in the master bath. So when you're showering, this is an old school Roman tub. So it's a sunken tub. It's kind of cool. And you have this beautiful view, and it's private. Nobody's looking in here. You're taking a shower, and I mean, you have this beautiful view of all the foliage outside.
Then you go to a shower.
An outdoor shower, which we'll show you.
Someone can shower there.
Yeah.
Someone can
I'll
shower
show you
here.
that. So I don't think my clients were actually using this shower, So we, my contractor actually said, "Why don't we put glass here? Great idea. Didn't cost much."
We have to give credit to the owner. He suggested.
Oh, that was the owner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought that was.
Well,
sorry.
everybody agreed, but it was his idea.
It was okay. So it was Grant's idea. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate it. I think this is a great touch.
Yeah.
Adding this glass here.
Yeah.
Because there was an old school pipe that went over here with a curtain, and it just kind of looked old, and this glass makes it look really, really contemporary. We changed this, and we fixed this down here, which is kind of, and we also changed some of these fixtures down here, down below. So again, small things. Also, we painted this tile. This tile was an awful yellow.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why that was even a thing back in the day, but I guess it was. So again, just small things that go a long way.
Yeah.
Besides that, here in the master closet, bathroom, you know what we could have done too is probably done some similar mirrors here, but we said it's not worth it. Again, we kind of walk to the house and kind of think about, if it looks awful, let's make a change. If it doesn't, let's just keep it the way it is. I thought this was fine. It also makes this smaller master bath look bigger, this big mirror, because of all this, all these windows out here.
We have a question.
Yeah.
Do you ever have clients who prefer not to invest any money into prepping the property to this extent?
Yes, absolutely. There's plenty of clients that do not want to spend the money, but I do a good job convincing them. So even if they don't want to, I basically, I come from a place of wanting to help them. So if you watch, I think tomorrow we're going to do the same video at another listing in Mar Vista that we did. She was very hesitant. It was maybe a week of just, trying to convince her to do this work because it was going to be, cash out of her pocket. But there's also options out there. There are some lenders out there that will front you the money and then you pay them at the close of escrow, and they charge a few $1,000s. And maybe in the future I can maybe think about doing the paying for the cost of the renovations and maybe charging the client an extra % on the commission, which is something that I might do in the future. But I'm very, very passionate about adding value, and I always tell them, I always have case studies, right? So I show them, I've done these properties, and it cost this much money, and they made this much more money, and it paid for my commission, and it paid for all the work they did, right? So we're not a Zillow, we're not an Open Door, we're not here to make the transaction easy for them. It's a lot of work for them, but we take care of all that stuff. We organize all the contractors. They're all on our team, and we get we organize when they get here, and not me, Maggie does. I just kind of direct, and she's she does all the organization. But again, I'm very, very passionate about it, so I'm not trying to sell them on it because I'm not trying to sell them on something that is not going to be worth their time. If I tell them you're going to make an extra $100,000. That's a lot of money. For some people, it's not, and they don't care, and that's fine. And hey, I always like to give them options. If you do option A, you're gonna make this much. You do option B, you make this much. You make option C, you can make this much, and then they can pick, right? People like options. 2
more things we did.
Yeah.
This was a bar, I think, or some sort of light, and it didn't look good. Yeah, so we put these what's it called, can lighting up there.
We didn't have these in there.
Oh, then we took it out. We took it out completely. Because remember we were going to replace it?
Okay, gotcha. So,
Yeah.
so there was like a light here.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then I think we just kept those above because you already had the light or something.
Exactly.
And then there were 2 glass sort of shelves here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you had them take those out as well. Yeah.
Again, we will share with you those before and afters later on.
One more little thing
Yeah.
that makes a big difference and it's
Oh,
important
yes.
is this handle used to be down here, and so you couldn't open this fully. It didn't make sense. So it was just one more thing that we had our contractor do.
Yeah, small things.
Yep.
Okay. Also, very hard to find a good contractor like my guy
Yes.
that isn't going to charge an arm and a leg. He's also very great to work with, very, very friendly. So if you guys are looking for somebody, it might take some time, but go out there and they're out there, find them. And you know, this guy, he's like family now. You know, we love this guy because he helps us out. He's a friendly guy. Our clients love him too. So we always take care of him, you know, any way we can. And he also takes care of us, right? So if there's any issues, you know, I always ask him, hey, can you take care of this? And he'll always do it for us.
Mark said, "Good morning, Rockstar."
What's up, Mark? How you doing, brother?
And then Camilo said, "Thank you. I'm sure the case studies go a long way. The place looks amazing."
Yeah. And listen, if you don't have case studies, that's okay. When I first started doing this, I didn't have any case studies. So what did I do? I just looked at comps and I said, look at this comp. It's all done. It's all redone and it's staged. And look at this comp. Same size, same lot size, same area, and it's sold for X amount. Like it's just showing them just the comparables of houses that are not done, how much they sold for, houses that are done, how much they sold for, and it's a no-brainer. I'm just like, hey, like look, you can make an extra 200 grand, right? So let's walk through here to go outside.
Okay.
I want to show you the main entrance of the exterior.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to this. DJI, sometimes it's not my friend.
All right. So it's the morning, so it's a little bit kind of gloomy right now, but the afternoon here is spectacular. So what we did for the first weekend, we had 2 open houses. We put all of our listings on the market on a Thursday. Yes.
Sue Mendoza said, "Hi, are you guys saving this live?"
Yes, absolutely. This live will be saved on our IG Live or IGTV, and it'll say Transformation of Alana. You guys will be able to see it for sure. And if you have any questions, reach out to us. You know, we always want to help out. Okay, so the backyard is one of my favorites.
You're telling me about the open houses.
Oh, yes. See, thank you, Maggie. This is why I have Maggie. What we did for the open house is that we did a taco and tequila open house. So we walked around the neighborhood and we door knocked and we invited all the neighbors. So our first open house was awesome. We had like 50 people here and they were having tacos and we had some tequila shots and you know, it was a great time just to hang out with people. And when they're hanging out, you start talking about real estate and everybody is, you know, interested in real estate, right? So we were able to book, I think, like 3 or 4 listing appointments just by doing that. So it's a good idea. I got it from my coach. So thank you, Jeff Mays, on that great idea that he got from some agent in Steamboat, Colorado. All right, so come to the backyard. We did a lot in the backyard. It's already a beautiful backyard, so there wasn't a lot to do, but we definitely enhanced it and made it look a lot better. The first thing we did was change the sconces, the same exact sconces that you saw in the front. Hey Maggie, what time is it?
It is 9:04.
Okay, I gotta wrap this up here in a second.
We'll get it done.
So here, why don't you give this to me?
Okay.
Can you call Alex and let her know that I'm going to be with him in about 10 minutes? Yep. Sorry guys, I had a call at 9 o'clock with a client of mine. And anyway, so I want to show you what we did back here. This was an outdoor barbecue. And it was like a darker wood color. So we just painted it white. We painted the outside of the chimney the same color as the inside of the chimney. We got it all cleaned up. We got it all fixed. Looks really nice. We got the sink fixed as well. It's a beautiful Viking outdoor kitchen. And then back here there was an old tree that was kind of falling apart. So we took this tree down. But check out the backyard. It's beautiful. Our clients already had these lights here. So these lights were already here. I think it's a great touch. And I think I might do that in the future for future listings because that would not be an expensive cost. Okay. Is she okay? Okay, cool. All right. Thanks, Maggie. So let's wrap up by 9:15.
Yeah.
Let me know. Okay. So I got a call, so we're gonna wrap up in about 10 minutes. Thanks for watching. So we painted this white. We cleaned this up. It was kind of, you know, a little bit unused and kind of dirty. Painted that, like I said earlier. Here, there was an old tree that we took out. We had one of our gardeners come and just clean out the entire backyard, and it looks amazing. He did a phenomenal job. Thank you, Sergio. I appreciate it. This was just dirt, so we added sod here, added sprinklers. It looks really, really nice. And we just kind of cleaned up the backyard, you know. This here looks completely different than it does now. This is actually a lemon and a lime tree. I didn't even know that those existed. So if you want to have lemonade and also have lime for your tequila, you got one tree for that. I mean,
Yeah.
Who would have known?
More sconces here.
More sconces there.
Yep.
We also patched and painted some like drywall area in the back, or some stucco in the back. Let's see. Keep going. You know what? Although, you know, I just thought about this right now. That we did not do is that exterior gate. We should have painted that. That would have cost $100.
Yeah.
But
we had that done at our next listing, which
yes,
we'll show them.
Exactly. So we're always learning, right? It's a process, and you're always learning, growing, and perfecting it. And the stage did a phenomenal job. I mean,
Yeah.
This looks unbelievable. Thank you so much, Celeste. Next level staging.
Next level home design.
Next level
Amazing.
home design. Thank you so much. That's the master. So you got French doors leading out from the master, which is amazing. You got so this deck here was a wood color deck. It's a little dirty now, but we did this at our old listing in West Hollywood. We painted the deck white, and it looks really, really nice. Again, white. People love white, you know. And so we got this whole deck painted white. It looks great. Stage.
Oh, Jenny said what neighborhood? It looks great.
Sherman Oaks. Jenny who?
Jenny Okavat.
Jenny Okavat. What's up?
Jenny O Homes.
This is 3325 Alana Drive. It's pending now. They removed their contingencies yesterday, so we're very excited about that. We're closing next week.
Yep.
Okay. We added bark here. This was just kind of dirt, so we added bark and we just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. It was very overgrown, so our gardener came in and just kind of cleaned up the entire backyard. We want this place to be move-in ready. That's what buyers want, and that's what buyers are going to pay top dollar for. So if this house was the way it was when we first saw it, we probably would have sold it for 2.3, right? And I can tell you that we got a few $100,000 over asking price. We're on the market for 2.4. So you can do the math. I can't tell you the price though. All right. This is one of my favorite outdoor features that you hardly see, but whenever I go out to Hawaii or to, I don't know, just like a tropical destination, if an Airbnb has an outdoor shower, I want the outdoor shower. This was overgrown, and you couldn't even see the outdoor shower. So we just cleaned it up, got it ready, made sure it worked. And after you come back from the hot tub, which I'll show you in a second, you come right here and you shower.
Someone yelling.
It's probably mold.
Oh, we'll be right there. We've got a lot going on.
All right, so we're almost done here. I'm gonna show you the last bit. We were thinking about painting this white, but it would have been a lot of work, and it's up here in the hillside. So we said, you know what? Let's leave it the way it is.
Oh, Katie Jack said, "Good job, guys. Looks
Cool.
great." Katie Jack.
Oh, what's up, Katie? Katie's a new agent that's gonna join our team next month. I'm so excited to have her. So this is one of my favorite parts of the house. I mean, it has a view to the valley, to the San Gabriel Mountains.
It's a little foggy, but you guys can see.
Yeah, you guys can see right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You have a hot tub out here with a deck. I mean, this is freaking awesome.
The crazy thing is this wasn't exposed at all. I mean, you could be up here, but in the last listing,
Yeah.
there wasn't one photo of it.
There's not one photo of it in the last listing when it was on the market 2 years ago when my clients bought it for $1.8 million. Our first 5 shots. So whenever we put anything on the MLS, we always put the best 5 shots in the beginning, so that we get the client excited, right? Because you don't want to put a few ugly shots in the beginning, then they'll just go to another listing on Zillow, right? So you really want to capture their attention in the first 5 shots. And that's what we did. This is one of our favorite shots. It was a Twilight Shot, so it was an evening shot. And it was like, I think it was from here, or from back
with a
here.
drone or
It was
something.
From like, yeah, it was from like back here, looking at that. Like,
Yeah,
that's a beautiful
even
view.
higher.
Yeah. So we didn't do much here, to be honest. We just got it cleaned up. The spa wasn't working. We got the spa working, and we added some pillows here, and we added this little area here. The stager did a phenomenal job, but also I had a lot of input in the staging. I always do. I'm very involved in the entire process because it's my listing, and I feel like I have a duty to make sure it looks perfect. This was not here after she finished staging it, and I asked her to put it in here, and she was obviously gonna do it. She's awesome, you know, and it looks really, really nice. Just gives you an extra added feeling of like, oh, I'm gonna have wine and enjoy the view. What else? Anything else?
We're almost out of time,
Okay.
so I think you've done a great job.
I have a call right now, but if you guys have any questions, you can always check out this video again, or you can reach out to us and we can always answer those. All right,
Okay.
guys. See you later.